चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीबॉडी। कहाँ कहीं भी बैठ जाएंगे, बताइए कहाँ बैठ हम आपके पास
this series, which is as of now a two season series. I would like to introduce Ramulu on stage.
First, I want to start congratulating each other, me and Isha, on the 20th anniversary of company. I still remember first when I offered her to do this Khalas song. Obviously she was just starting and she wasn't sure whether she should do it or not. Then do you think it's right for me to do it? She asked me. There is a height of innocence to ask a filmmaker, But I said, see, there is no guarantee anyone can give. The point is, since it's the only song which will be promoted, and it is not like a regular item song, it's a very hard-hitting, it has scope for a lot of expressions. And it's the way she says khalas and all that, is actually the soul of the film. And I think you'll get a lot of exposure to that. And then she took about maybe 1 or 2 minutes thinking time and said yes. And here we are, after all this time, owners of the company, khalas, yeah. Now coming to Dhahanam, see, like everyone knows, I have an affinity for crime dramas ever since I started my career. And probably any crime drama I've done has always been set in a city like Mumbai most of the time, with Satya and company. But the stories which belong to this particular region where this film is based upon has been shot. It's almost like the Wild West in terms of its area, the kind of people, and generally people always have something of the region and terrain rubs off on their personalities, like you all know. So I thought that would be the main difference. And so when I told the story to the MX creative team, they also were very excited, and that's how the collaboration happened. And to give a brief, like Isha is probably the only person is out of place in this film, in the series, because she comes as an outsider to this region as a police officer, and it is through her eyes kind of the story is unfolded. And so the fact that she can't believe that a land like this exists, and utter lawlessness or whatever it's called. And it's through her, and of course we have a cast, wonderfully talented Abhishek and Abhiraj playing the main protagonists and antagonists in the film. And Mr. Sayaji Shinde, the first time I still remember, one very senior journalist recommended Sayaji to me for shoot. So when he came to my place, the moment the door opened and he stepped in, I knew this was a great actor. Immediately I said, he is the actor. Then when it started shooting, they were shooting in Bihar, like he was, these guys were there. And from there I'm getting calls, Ramulu made a mistake, this guy is too melodramatic, he's too over dramatic, ever giving complaints on Sayaji. Then I said, now it's already done, what can you do? Try and manage something like that. And then when they came back with the rest, I said, Betty, this guy is the best in the film, what are you talking about? He's literally saved the film. You know? But Sayaji, आपका चेहरा में विलन है. I don't know whether, but mostly the opposite. Okay. And then of course, yeah. And Naina is playing a village girl who gets wrong, and her family gets killed by some landlords in some atrocity. And later she becomes a Naxalite. So this is briefly about the characters. And yes, the film, the series is very wide. I made so many films, I'm not able to get that out. You know? Yeah. The beauty of a web series, after making so many films for so many years, I realized it gives you so much of time to emotionally invest into the characters. It gives you time to explore, and people almost feel that they actually were living with the characters in the journey of the story, which is unraveled. And because of that, when like she managed just now, as she mentioned, 2 seasons, so the characters keep going in and out. So, like I said, if Isha is the narrator of the story, and at what point of time she comes into the story is different, till that something else happens, and there will be a lot of non-linear aspect to it, in terms of how the characters come and go. But I hope and I really think it's going to create a very new visual experience and emotional experience for the people to watch shows. Thank you.
So now I'll introduce the fantastic cast that we have, starting with Sayaji ji, because he's the senior most in our team today. So please, Sayaji ji, please. And thank you for coming in. He had done earlier, but he still made it in time, and thank you. Next is the beautiful and charismatic Isha. Can we please request you to come up on stage? Then is Abhishek, who plays our lead. Naina Ramuli, who plays our little Naxalite, very terrifying character, nothing like what she looks today with all of y'all. And of course, Abhinash, who plays the negative character. Again, when you look at him, he looks unlike what you see him in screen and what you've just seen in the trailer.